Good morning, everybody. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We got 2 more days to get to Texas to renew our registration. We're still at this rest stop. It was so quiet last night. It was fucking awesome. Don't need a sleeping bag anymore. It's getting really hot in the car. So last night we drove from Tennessee to Alabama. We actually drove past Birmingham. Right now we're in, I'm not sure exactly where we are. So the closest town I see is called Coaling, and that's about 50 miles from Tuscaloosa, I would say. So today we're definitely gonna get to Louisiana for sure, maybe even pretty close to the state line with Texas. So there are 2 primary routes that you can go from the Northeast to Texas. One is basically going through Middle America, you know, Ohio, Kansas, and then you enter Texas through Oklahoma. The other one, which is the route we're taking this time, is you go through Virginia, Tennessee. You kind of go all the way south at an angle, and once you reach New Orleans, you go westbound and go into Texas that way. I wouldn't say one is definitively better than the other. They both have plus and minuses, and in terms of time traveled, I think they're separated by maybe 2 hours or so. That's a pretty negligible difference in a road trip that's over 2,000 miles. What the fuck? What's that guy spraying? Oh, okay, there's some kind of weed killer. He's spraying onto the grass there. You know why my channel will never blow up? Look at this message sent by... Shit, I just replied to him by accident. God damn. Anyway, look at this message sent to me by an official Douyin account. 待改进的建议发布垂直作品，避免发布随拍作品或者混合其他赛道作品，保持作品垂直度，有利于精准定位受众，提升作品的传播效果，收获稳定的粉丝群体。Now the thing is, I don't necessarily disagree with the idea that most people, if they want to grow their channel, should probably avoid posting random content that deviates from their core themes. That being said, that's not what I do in this channel. Like, the whole point of this channel is I post whatever I want, whenever I want. Like, there's not gonna be a ongoing theme. I mean, the theme is me vlogging. For instance, I could be posting a car vlog today, and tomorrow I'm gonna post a commentary on Kamala Harris's economic agenda because I feel strongly about it. Not saying that I don't want more subscribers. Of course, I want to grow my channel over time, potentially even making this a full-time gig at some point. That being said, I would much rather be happy and be proud of the type of videos I make than having a huge subscriber count. You know, there's a saying in America, build it and they will come. And if they don't come, you still built it. That's pretty cool. Let's go use the restroom. It's already getting pretty hot in the car and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. I'm always curious, like, do rest stops in China look similar to rest stops in America? Because I've never been to one. I don't drive in China. In my mind, they're probably more commercialized, like a truck stop, but I don't know. That's Alabama's governor, in case you don't know. Rest stops in America are pretty basic, you know. You got your restrooms and there are a couple of vending machines. That's about it. They are nicely maintained for the most part though. You know what? Instead of being in the car, we can do some work here. Nice and chill. We just need to make sure we still got data here. Yeah, we do. Fantastic. God damn, it's hot. Okay, we're gonna take a drink with us. We'll take the leftover Chinese food with us as well. Okay. Look at that squirrel. I feel like squirrels that live in an area that's not populated by humans tend to be skinnier on average than the squirrels in residential areas. That's probably an observational bias, but like all the squirrels I see in my neighborhood, they're little chunkers. Let's finish this leftovers. Get over there. You know what? I'm pleasantly surprised that there hasn't been any major mechanical issues with the car so far on this trip. Because when I left, the car was not in perfect shape. Let's just put it like that. After I got back from China, I did do a couple of things to to the car, some mechanical, some cosmetics. You know that experience of the car kept getting stalled to the point that I had to call a tow truck? That really spooked me. I'm just praying that we don't have any catastrophic breakdown on this trip, so we can get our registration renewed first. After that, you know, what happens happens. Honestly, I think this might be the last time I register the car in Texas for two reasons. One is that Texas, in terms of its geographical location, is actually not the best choice to do this in, because like imagine if you're in the Pacific Northwest or in the Northeast, you're basically doing like a cross-country trip to get down to Texas, and that's not ideal. And the second reason is pretty much unfortunate timing. Because we bought this car in August, that means every single time we renew the registration is going to be in the summertime. So every single summer we will have to come down to Texas when the weather is the fucking worst. So I'm contemplating that starting next year I may get a different address and register the car in a different state. You know what, Tennessee may actually be a pretty attractive option. For one, it doesn't do inspections, at least in some counties like Texas does, and on top of that, it's centrally located, so it's easy to get to. Oh, and they only have one back license plate. That's a plus as well. I feel like we're gonna have the same issue that we had last year, where because we ended up in Texas in the tail end of summer, that left us with little flexibility in terms of where we could go next. You basically have two options, neither of which is good. One is you basically do a round trip and get back to the north and spend whatever bit of summer left in fall over there, and then once winter comes you drive down back to the southern part of the US. That's not ideal because I don't want to spend another 5 days and waste a whole bunch of gas just to go back to where we were. And then option two, which is you kind of wander around and slowly make your way up north, which is kind of what we did last year. And that's equally bad because for the majority of winter you're going to end up in states that are really cold, like Montana, Idaho, the Dakotas. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out once I get the car registered. I can't finish it, it's too much. Actually, there is a third option. You know what we could do? We could get a place, like temporary place in Texas to wait out the summer, and whenever fall hits, we could, you know, get rid of that place and go back to living in our car. That's more logistics than I would like to deal with, but it is an option nevertheless. Let's do some house cleaning before we go. There's a whole bunch of trash in the car. I'm gonna say this again, don't buy it, it's fucking gross. We got all these empty cans. This was exactly how I threw away that bag of chips. It just went into the garbage can along with other trash. Let's go find a gym. I want to take a shower first. Holy shit. This guy is running on the highway. That's a first. I've seen people walking on the highway plenty of times, but never see anybody jog on the highway. All right, we have arrived. Wait, what the hell? Why is this location $15 a month? It should be $10. Wait, did they raise their price? What? Alright, let's find a place to chill for a little bit. What the fuck? Why is it open? God damn, it's so fucking hot. Gas is quite cheap here, $2.66. But we don't really need to get gas now. Maybe we will before we hit the road tonight. I'm not sure what the prices are in Louisiana. Look at the motorcycle in front of us. Technically it's a three-wheeler, but in America you register it as a motorcycle. We're in a mall right now. It's fucking huge. Okay, we got a problem. So I just noticed that my car's third brake light is not working, and that's required for passing inspection. Oh my god, that's not good. I mean, we need to get that fixed, otherwise we're not going to be able to pass inspection. So if you take a look here, this is the light I'm talking about. But what throws a new wrinkle into this whole thing is that the ST trim, which is what my car is, has a very different, not very different, but like slightly different brake light than all the other trims. So I can't just buy like the regular one, I have to buy the special one that's for ST specifically. And because it's a rare part, it's stupid expensive. It's like 70-80 bucks. So what I'm thinking about doing instead is I'm just gonna buy the regular part. It's still gonna fit. The only thing that's not going to be working is the washer nozzle. It's not going to be pointing in the right direction, but that doesn't matter. As long as the car passes inspection, that's all I care about. We're going to finish this and hit the road. This is a bread bowl, by the way. They got soup inside of it.喝完汤顺便把碗也吃了。Let's go. You know what's a little surprising? While I was in there, I saw like 5 homeless people, not even counting myself. And this is a nice area, so that was a little odd. You see those 2 kids over there? At first glance, I thought they were playing football. And then I realized they were throwing a fucking shoe around. That's not a football. That's literally their shoe. Oh my god, kids are so fucking resourceful. Look at them go. You know, I genuinely hope that they're not playing with the shoe because they can't afford a football, but knowing where we are right now, that's may very well be the case. Alright, so the goal again for tonight is at a minimum 4 hours. Shut up, Google. It's already pretty late, so I doubt we're gonna make it to 5, but 4 hour is definitely doable. I know I said earlier we're gonna fill up before we leave, but since we still got more than half a tank, let's just do it later. Alright, by the way, I did end up placing an order for that $29 brake light. Amazon says it's gonna get delivered in 2 days, so we're gonna pick it up at an Amazon locker, install it before we go to the inspection site. Hopefully there isn't gonna be any delay on the delivery, because without that part, there's a good chance we're gonna fail the inspection. 刚才在 Panera 有一个流浪汉进来之后一直坐在我旁边嘛，然后坐着坐着我就发现他就做这个动作，然后我就好奇怎么平白无故开始叠被子了。我转头仔细一看，原来是在叠衣服。他好像是在哪个洗衣房洗了衣服，然后进 Panera 一件一件把衣服都叠好。但我好奇为什么不在洗衣房就叠好呢？为什么要进 Panera 来叠衣服？ I just realized that we only have fewer than 900 miles left. Didn't even realize that we had already gone past the halfway mark.
Is just the kind of questions. Can you really win with him? Some of the defensive stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Mississippi now. By far the poorest state in the U.S. You guys heard that RFK Jr. dropped out of the presidential race and endorsed Donald Trump, right? Honestly, by doing that, he pretty much proved that he was never a serious candidate. All of that third-party talk was just pure campaign slogans. And it's been reported that even before dropping out, he had gone to Kamala Harris and offered to endorse her instead in exchange for a position in her administration. So for him, it's all about vanity. He doesn't have any convictions. He has abandoned all his principles. At this point, is whoever can offer him more, that's the person he's for. Frankly, I don't care about RFK Jr. as an individual, but like, he has done a great deal of damage to the third-party movement. You know, me personally, I'm all for third party. I think the two-party system is so corrupt, it's beyond repair. But now, like, everybody has seen how big of a grifter RFK is, and that in turn makes people dubious of any future third-party candidate. That's the grave damage he's doing to the entire movement, and for that he should be immensely ashamed of himself. We're almost out of gas. I'm actually considering not filling up again and just call it a night, because my back's been bothering me all day, so it actually wouldn't be the worst idea to kind of go to bed early tonight. Alright, we're wrapping it up. Found a parking area. Shit, there's so many trucks. God damn, there's no space for us anymore. I'm just gonna park here. So today was probably the least productive day since we started this trip. I couldn't have driven more than 150 miles, but since we're ahead of schedule, it's all good. Depending on how I feel, I may or may not post a vlog tomorrow. We'll see.